on your weekend.
Is there something a teacher has said to you in high school that for some reason still rings in your head?
Yeah. Okay, so like I was in grade 3 and we had to do a drawing of, and at the time, let me think. Yes, at the time I was in a school in Lenasia, which is predominantly Indian at that time. Now it's more mixed, right? So there weren't too many black people, there weren't too many other. It was mostly Indian. So I was in an Indian school at the time, and we had to draw a lady with a braid. So if you've watched or if you're familiar with Indian weddings and celebrations, the ladies do a braid and then they adorn their hair with flowers and, you know, all of that stuff. And I drew one, and it was really, really good. So the teacher called another teacher. And I remember, I don't know why that is so vivid in my head, but I remember them standing on the other side of my desk and they were looking at all the other drawings, and they eventually came to my desk, and my class teacher, I even remember her name, but I won't say it now. I don't think she's around anymore. But she said she's not very bright, but she's really creative. And that is in grade 3. Grade 3 is how old?
Aren't you like
Standard
9,
1.
10?
That's very young. And I remember that stuck with me. And my gosh, I've never repeated that. Now you see, the tears are coming. I've never repeated that to anybody. I don't think I told my parents. And I only told one lady who was in church, and I was trying to encourage her. She was going through something, and I told her that. It was my first time speaking about it. And now, well, the world knows. So
Wow.
that's what she said to me. Well, she didn't say it to me. She was telling the other teacher. And yes, creative, hi. But how do you?
Yep.
And I'm not like to tell the truth, I don't want to be getting MBAs and whatever. I don't think that's where I want to go. But you don't say that in front of a child.
Yeah.
You don't say it in front of anybody because you don't know how that's going to impact them. So that's one thing.
Wow. You guys?
Yep.
So on my end, it's not something that they particularly said, but like what they did, which has kind of impacted my life. So like I was born left-handed, and then in what you call preschool, my teacher would like tie my left hand and force me to do writing and drawing.
I thought that was an old school thing. I heard that used to happen like
I'm
way.
old.
We are in the same group.
Tembele, you aren't old, please.
But yeah, like basically they tied my left hand, and now I'm ambidextrous. Yeah.
I didn't know that the way the questions framed was going to prompt these answers. I was afraid of asking this
I hate you
because
for
I
this,
knew it's like
really.
it's going to pull something out that I think could be funny, but also maybe if you're watching could be a bit healing, because I think one thing that we can all connect with is that we've had that one teacher that said something and you don't know why. That just, it's still in your head. Mbali, do you have something?
You just sail through life. Your teacher's like, it's all right.
Nah, the teachers told me I'm not gonna make it. That's all.
But that's bad, though.
Yeah.
Okay, at the time, did you have anything in mind that you would like to become one day or see yourself as becoming one day?
Nah.
So it really didn't phase you because at the time it didn't really matter.
Yeah.
But the fact that you still remember it right now
It's my business.
says a lot.
When I thought about this question, I can remember an English teacher saying something. I can't remember what the words were. I think in my head, I remember, "Are you dumb?" I don't know if that's the word she said though. And ironically, even though in that moment it brought me to tears, ironically, the rest of my school career, my favorite subjects became math and English. English because just how I love to play with words and write and whatever else. And then only like in high school, there was like an English teacher who saw the way I like to create with words. She kind of fueled the flames. Like, "Oh no, don't stop writing.
Yeah.
Like, guys, listen to that man's poem. That he's in grade 9 writing like that. Why are you writing like that at grade 9? And that just kept me going. Yeah, I think it was in primary school and someone said something that's like, I don't know why that marked me, but I just can't remember what those words were. And I'm just wondering, for those online, like, hopefully you have the courage as you're watching this. What was the thing that was said that still rings in your head today?
You're watching Before You Weekend.